Video update 2 on Typhoon Trami, which is now a Category 1 typhoon, currently with winds of 80 miles per hour as it bears down on the Chinese coastline at this time. It's just past the northern tip of Taiwan and is expected to make landfall in southeastern China in the next few hours. Current pressure is 970 millibars, positions 25.8 degrees north, 121.2 degrees east as of 3 p.m. UTC on August the 21st. That's around early hours local time. And the storm's expected to move inland, weakening into a tropical storm, then eventually depression and dissipating over land. But the main point is that landfall will probably be at 80 miles per hour, which is certainly typhoon strength. And indeed, typhoon warnings are in effect for most of mainland Taiwan, including its offshore islands. The gale advisory is in effect for Okinawa, Miyako and Miyayama Islands. And we also have an orange typhoon warning in effect for the Chinese coastline. And those little two red circles are the Taiwanese islands that are located just offshore China, also under a typhoon warning at this time. So typhoon conditions are indeed occurring or expected along all those areas, and we could see some structural damage due to winds and indeed some flooding, because it is quite a broad system, lots of heavy rainfall associated with the system. So this is the current sea surface temperatures. You can see very warm waters, around 29 to 30 degrees generally where the storm is currently located. So certainly no issues in terms of sea surface temperatures, but land interaction will ultimately kill the storm off now, especially as it moves inland over China. It will very quickly weaken and then dissipate. But don't let your guard down with that one, because it will persist inland at least for 24 to 36 hours, producing lots of rainfall and maybe even wind damage as well during that time, because there are higher gusts than the 80 mile per hour sustained winds. That 80 miles per hour is sustained 1 minute sustained winds, but gusts could be quite a bit higher than that, 90, maybe 100 miles per hour as the storm moves inland. You can see most of the heaviest of the rainfall is now displaced to the south of the storm, but around the centre of the system there is still some persistent rainfall, some heavy rainfall occurring there as well, moving inland over China at this time. But southern Taiwan should be watching out as well here, because that heavy area of rain there and thunderstorms you can see towards the south of the system could be pushing inland over Taiwan in the next few hours. So let's take a look at the world tropics quickly then. As of August the 21st at 3 p.m. UTC, 94E is likely to become a tropical storm in the next few hours. 60% chance of development over the next 2 days. Trami, of course, moving into China now, and Peiwa still going, weakened now to 40 miles per hour, and is moving towards the northwest. There it is as well in the Pacific Ocean. This is the wide shot of the satellite imagery. You can see all three systems quite nicely here: Trami, Peiwa and 94E. There are no other systems active elsewhere in the world. We'll cover all these later on in the bulletin this evening. So let's take a look at 2013 compared then. Trami was the 11th tropical storm of 40 mile per hour strength or higher, the 4th typhoon now, and is certainly not likely to reach Category 3 strength. If it did, it would have been the 3rd, but that's not going to happen. The 4th typhoon of the 2013 typhoon season in the Western Pacific. And obviously we're quite close to 2010 now as well, 3 more storms and we'll go ahead of 2010 and no longer be at the bottom. And don't forget, you can track this storm and indeed any others that form at the website force13.com/stormtracking.html. That's the main page for the storm tracking information, where you're presented with the overview map showing where the storms are, including invests, and at the top and bottom tables which show their intensities and any warnings that are currently in effect. Until the next bulletin, which is at midnight UTC tonight, Thursday morning, August the 22nd, you might want to check out the website where we'll be having updates in between these videos. So obviously that will probably cover the landfall in China as well, so you'll want to keep up to date on there. You can also follow us elsewhere on the web, Facebook and Twitter. Just search Force 13. That's all for now.